Imagine, for a moment, an entire village disappearing overnight. No bodies, no footprints, no signs of struggle, just emptiness. This is the story of the place now known as the Lost Village, one of the strangest disappearances in history, and to this day nobody can fully explain what happened. The village was small, quiet, and isolated. A handful of families lived simple lives, far from the nearest town. They farmed, they hunted, they traded. Nothing unusual, nothing that would hint at the mystery that was about to unfold. But one cold morning, a trader from a nearby settlement arrived and immediately sensed something was wrong. No smoke rising from chimneys, no voices, no movement. The doors of the houses were wide open, swinging gently in the wind. He called out. No answer. He stepped inside the first home. A pot sat on the table, food still warm, like someone had stepped out only minutes earlier. Clothes were laid out. Tools were set beside the doorway. It looked as if the entire village had paused life in the middle of an ordinary day. But every single person was gone. As investigators searched the homes, they found strange details that made the situation even more unsettling. In one house, a chair was knocked over. In another, a cup was shattered on the floor, as if dropped in the middle of a panic. Pets were gone. Livestock was missing. Even the dogs that always wandered the outskirts had vanished. The surrounding forest offered no clues. There were no tracks, no signs of migration, no evidence at all of an attack from animals or humans. It was, honestly, as if the villagers simply evaporated into thin air. Rumors began spreading quickly. Some folks claimed the villagers had angered something ancient in the woods. Others believed the village was built on land marked by spirits, and whatever lived there had finally taken back what was theirs. More grounded theories pointed to mass illness, poisoning, or even mass hysteria. But, none of those theories made sense when investigators realized one disturbing fact. There were no signs of bodies, burial, or escape. No mass footprints leading away. Not even a trail. Then came the strangest discovery of all. Deep in the forest, just beyond the village boundary, searchers found a circle of trees perfectly bent outward, like something had exploded or radiated from the center with immense force. But there was no burn mark, no crater, no evidence of fire, just warped trees pointing away from an invisible center. Some investigators insisted this proved a natural event, a sudden release of underground pressure or gas. Others said the shape was just too perfect, too symmetrical, too unnatural. A few whispered that the villagers had been taken, not by disease, not by another tribe, but by something not entirely of this world. Years passed and no remains were ever found, no bones, no clothing, no remnants of a mass exodus. The houses eventually collapsed, swallowed by nature, leaving behind only foundations and scattered objects. But the legend of the lost village has never died. Locals still avoid the area, claiming the forest feels wrong, too quiet, too watchful. Travelers who dare explore the region say they hear strange echoes like distant voices calling their names. No one knows what happened that night. Maybe it was a natural disaster we still don't understand. Maybe it was a mass disappearance caused by something humanity hasn't discovered yet. Or maybe the villagers were right to fear the darkness in the forest. If you ever find yourself deep in the woods and the silence suddenly feels heavy, remember the lost village, because whatever took those people might still be out there, waiting.